I'm Doug Rawson, founder and CEO of BaseBuilders. In this video, we're going to take a look at calculating your overhead factor. So let me slide on over here out of the way. And there we go, calculating overhead factor. So the first thing you need to do is run a profitability report that is for a running 12-month period, probably one that ends last month. The reason for 12 months is you have some expenses that only come in once a year. So we got to make sure that they get included so that they can be spread across all of the projects that you're working on. Now what we're going to focus on are just the expenses, because that's where the calculation takes place. So let's zoom in on our expenses here. And if you happen to let QuickBooks set up your chart of accounts for you, and even probably some other softwares have done this, they create a single expense item for all of your payroll. But to calculate your overhead factor, you need this separated into two categories, if not more. The two that we really need, though, is payroll direct and payroll indirect, so that we know how much payroll was spent producing work and how much was doing indirect or overhead items. So what goes into your indirect payroll? Well, of course, it's going to be all your marketing and writing proposals and such, all of your office admin work. Finally, all of your vacation, holiday, PTO time, continuing education. There's all these examples. Basically, it's all the time spent doing something that's not related to producing the drawings that you get paid to do. Now, let's do the calculation. It's really quite simple. You're going to take your total expenses, then you're going to subtract from that your direct payroll. That gives you how much overhead you had. So in this instance, we have just under $500,000 of overhead. Now we're going to divide that direct payroll into the overhead, and we'll come up with our overhead factor of 1.61. That's how simple it is to do. So now, in another video, we've shown you how to use your overhead factor, and here we've showed you how to calculate your overhead factor. Now, if you happen to be one of our clients using BaseBuilders.com, you can then take that overhead factor, put it into the system under settings, and all of your calculations will be taken care of for you. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed this video.